Well, hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is T. Up here I talk about a little bit of everything, but I do focus heavily on finance and finance related topics. I love numbers. I love budgeting. So if you're into that, you'll be into my channel. And before I get started, I wanted to say welcome to everybody that is coming through. Welcome if you are new here. And if you are not new, welcome back. Welcome back. I'm going to get my April budget open today, but I'm also going to kind of go over a little bit how our finances flow in the household, because if you are new here, my husband and I do have split finances. So we kind of handle our finances just a little bit different than most people. But overall, it's not that different than most people, to be quite honest. So I'm going to go over that, and then I'm going to go ahead and get this April budget open because we got to get it done. So stay tuned and let's get into it. Okay, so we're going to go into how our budget flows in the household. So my budget generally closes around the 24th of the month, and I chose the 24th of the month because that is when my final credit card is paid for the month before. So basically, we use our credit card for most all of our household expenses, with the exception of our car notes and mortgage, things like that you can't pay with a credit card. So that credit card that we use, that we put most of our household expenses on, closes on the 24th. So generally that is when our budget closes and the new one opens. So this is how our budgets flow. So I gave an example of a $12,000 month. So let's say $12,000 goes into our account, and that's from both of our jobs. That's from my husband's job and my job. It goes into our joint account. Then we pay our household bills. So when you see my budget, you're going to see joint expenses, and then you're going to see my personal expenses. Now, in the joint account, I do not display the actual number of how much goes into our joint account. I do not do that. Why, you ask? Because this is my channel. It's not my husband's channel, and he shouldn't have to disclose his personal stuff up here if he doesn't choose to do so. So the total and really what we get paid, I really don't display up here. But anyway, that money goes into our joint account. Our household bills are paid from our joint account. We also contribute to a joint emergency fund from that account. So in this example, if $12,000 went in, and let's say our monthly household bills and our emergency fund contribution is $6,500. That is what would remain in that account and or that emergency fund. And then the remaining $5,500 would be split between the two of us. Now, it's not a 50-50 split because number one, we make different incomes, but also number two, there are things in our household bills that one wants more than the other, and one will pay more to have what they want. So let's say I want a subscription to Hulu. I may pay that extra to have the Hulu, even though my husband may not really care for having Hulu. So things like that. So that is what we do in our account. And I do display our household bills for our budget. I do not display our emergency fund, though, how much we put in it and how much is in there. I do not provide that info. Why? Because my husband contributes to it as well. And as I previously said, he doesn't have to have his info up here. So, but my personal account funds are displayed. I do say how much I have available to use that month, and I do show that and how it's split out. But his account, of course, is his account, and that is not displayed. So that is how it goes. Joint money goes into the joint account from both paychecks. Bills are paid. Once bills are paid, remaining balance is split between the two accounts. And from our accounts, we pay our own car note. We pay our own personal bills. And I'll give you an example of a personal bill. I have a subscription to a crafting service that I use, and he doesn't use that. So I pay for that myself. We could also use it for savings or investing if you would like. It is really a personal choice. So that is how we split everything in the household. Now we'll get into the budget. All right, so this is our budget for the month of April. A lot of things will remain the same. Most of these actual categories will remain the same, but this is what I anticipate for April. I cannot say whether or not, things may change, but this is what I anticipate. Health insurance, $45.64. Yes, our health insurance is low, and that is because my husband is a retired veteran and our insurance is through the VA. Car insurance is $334.46. Cell phones $214.37. I am actively trying to find other options and a different carrier, so I am going to try my best to lower that amount. Cable, internet, and landline is $378.94. My husband loves cable. He's not getting rid of his cable. That is a high bill, but we also get reimbursed for a portion of that through my job as well, so keep that in mind. Water, I put 55 because it's kind of fluctuating from the 40s to the 60s, so I just leave it there. Gym, $47.90. Utilities, that's that whopping month from last month, $420.06. Hopefully we do not see any more like this again. I've already received the bill for next month and it is already $200 lower. So I don't know where this fluke came from. Subscriptions, $358. That's a ton of subscriptions, including our home security system. Pet care, food, and litter is $100. Now, I don't always spend $100 a month on my cat, but if whatever's left over actually goes into a savings account that we use for vet care. All right, gas, $450. I'm going to keep that there. Even though I plan to use my gift card from work to get gas if I need it. Groceries, dining out, and vitamin shop, $1,100. That is high. I know that's high, you guys. But we do enjoy dining out, and we generally like sit-down, formal dining restaurants. So, it's something we enjoy. So that will always be higher. I know that it could be lowered, but it's something we like. Okay, personal care. I don't think that I need anything else. My husband may need a couple of things. I'm just going to put $50 there because I do have some CVS rewards to use, which will cut down that cost significantly. I'm tongue-tied today. Home needs, I'm going to leave that at $100 because it is springtime. There's no telling what we're going to need for lawn care and stuff like that. We do our own lawn care. My husband does our grass and all that stuff like that. So we have all the tools needed. Riding lawnmower, push lawnmower, weed eater, all that stuff. He does it himself, including our leaf pickup in the fall. So miscellaneous, that's just in case. That's just a just in case category is $50. For a total of $3,704.37 expected to be spent on the credit card. And then our mortgage, it will always be this amount. Well, for now, until we move. $1,852.13. That represents one mortgage payment, our escrow, and one additional principal payment. We do have a very low mortgage, which we are thankful for in these times especially, but we are trying to aggressively pay this bad boy off. My goal time period to pay it off is the end of 2028. So our total budgeted amount for our joint expenses only is $5,556.50. Now we're going to move on down to my personal account. Now this month, my total in that account is going to be higher. Well, it is higher. Well, I should say was because I've already done some of this stuff. But my expected amount in that account this month was $3,920.42. And as you guys know, I was cash stuffing. So $1,500 of that is from cash stuffing. And then $70 of it is from our state tax refund. We split our tax refunds and they go to our individual accounts as well. So that is what I expected in this account this month. Backup emergency fund, that is an emergency fund that I have as a backup to our joint emergency fund. Generally, when something happens, that is the account I will use so that our joint emergency fund can remain intact. So it covers like little small things, things that may go wrong around the house. Say we have an appliance breakdown or need a replacement, I could use that without touching our joint emergency fund. Okay. The car, so that $1,500 that I cash stuffed is going on my car, but I also do 1.5 payments on my car a month. I'm not changing that this month. So I did $23.58 for the car this month. That is what is going to be paid on my car, which represents roughly a quadruple car note. I do pay that toward the principal. I do not do the payment advancement. I do principal only payments when I pay extra on the car. $150 is going to Fidelity. That is my brokerage account. $50 is going to my FU fund. That is my discretionary buying fund. That is for things that make absolutely no sense to anyone but me or things that I just want. My Roth is going to get $150. My personal savings is getting $125. My subscription that I spoke of earlier is $15.99, and that is going to come out of this account. And I will have $1,071.43 remaining. So that is money that is not allotted to any category. It's just for me to spend, use, give, help my daughter, do whatever I choose to do with. I plan this month, I don't have anything special planned with this money, and I may just spend it. Why? Because I am really knocking out this car, you guys. I have already put that $1,500 on the car as well as a additional little smaller amount. And this is where we are right now. So I'm pleased with the acceleration of how I'm paying this off. So I may just spend some money this month. So I may buy a few things that I want. So I'm not really sure. But I do know that some of this will be cash stuffed because I'm continuing on with my cash stuffing. That money that I save from now until year's end will be placed in my Roth IRA. And I do plan to double up my Fidelity investment this month because the stock market went down. Things are really low. I want to get in while the getting's good and buy as much as I can. Now, next month is my bonus month, so I will have extra money that month. And that month, I will be putting a bulk payment into my Roth. It actually went up. I think I'm going to put $4,700 into my Roth IRA. And then I will do a bulk payment into my brokerage account as well. I'm planning about $600. Could be a little more. We shall see. But that's what I'm planning. And a few other things which you will see in my May budget. So whatever's left out of that $1,071.43, I will be using for my cash stuffing. So if you're into cash stuffing, I do have a series that I'm doing of cash stuffing for this year. So you will see me stuff that money in that video. And as always, I like to point out that you should always think about your future self. I contribute $1,958 per month to my 401k and my Roth 401k at my job. That money is already deducted from my paycheck before it even hits our joint account. But please, please, please think about your future self. Your future self will thank you. Will thank you. So that is it. That's what I'm planning for this budgeting month, you guys. I'm just planning to, I'm just really gonna bask in that good feeling of that bulk car note. And I may spend a little, so we shall see. If I do, I will let you know. So guys, that's going to do it for my April budget open. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments below. How is your budgeting going? Are you making progress? Are you able to pay down some debt? What are your goals for the year? I want to know. So I will talk to you guys soon, and I'll be back a little later this week with some more updates. So I will talk to you guys then. Peace.